Podcast. I am Luís, aka Spartan Sloth, and today we have...
George Carlin.
What?
Yeah, sure.
TJ, 1023.
TDBTyler.
Gaff.
You sound really far away, Gaff.
I'm all up in my laptop space right now.
Cheeky.
How is everybody?
I'm tired, but like middle of the day tired.
Yeah. That's an irritating thing. I woke up really early today because of a fire alarm, and I got that pretty early on. Getting tired in the afternoon, I hate it.
Have you been setting fire to your building again?
No, but it sounds like someone can't make toast in our fucking building. And it's always at like 5 a.m. or 3:30 in the morning.
Well, when else are you going to eat toast?
I don't know, 10 a.m. Not when everyone else is asleep.
Well, if it's 5 a.m. and I'm the only one up and I want toast, fuck you guys, I'm eating toast.
Yeah, but how about learn to make toast so it doesn't set off the fucking fire alarm?
Well,
Dude,
what was
that's
he doing?
like hardcore toast.
What was he doing? Like taking a blowtorch next to the fire alarm and just making, like, setting it next to the bread?
If I had known, I wouldn't be so mad about it. But, like, how... I don't understand. You get a toaster over here that works perfectly fine. So what are they doing to it that's so bad that sets them off? I would never understand.
Sex.
Yeah.
I don't think this one's sex.
Well,
I
you
mean-
did ask what were they doing to the toaster, so you got an answer.
Yeah, I think they just leave it on too long or something, but it's amazing. I thought...
Maybe they just
Shut
like
up.
really dark toast.
Like, yeah, but... Set off
was
the fire
that
alarm.
racist?
I know what they're doing. They're probably making grilled cheeses.
Could be, but even I have like a little grilled cheese thingamajiggy over here, and that's never set it off. And I've even
No.
burnt something in there.
They're using the toaster to make grilled cheese.
Oh, like sticking it on its side.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do that, but I know I'd find a way to fuck up the toaster.
Yeah.
And you're smart, so...
Maybe not that smart. You know how they say never stick a fork or anything in the toaster? I've done that.
You dumb shit.
But I'm careful not to touch the metal bits. I just touch the bagel.
Lives life on the edge.
The edge of the toaster.
You'll be against the edge of the wall if you touched any of the metal.
Do you guys ever have bad habits that you knew were bad, but you kept doing them until one day it finally bit you in the ass?
No, I don't.
No.
Does TJ, do you have Arby's down where you live?
Yes, we have Arby's.
Yeah, you know how the sandwiches come wrapped in like a sort of foil thing?
Sorry, what?
Do you know how the sandwiches come wrapped in like a foil
Oh, yeah.
wrapping? As a
You
kid,
didn't.
I used to always put those in the microwave to heat them up. And finally, it sort of, because I would leave the room and then come back and it would like be burnt really badly. But then one time I stayed in the kitchen and I watched it, and it was like a lightning bolt or something went right through it. It looked like, oh shit, man!
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
That microwave is a wizard. It came from the moon. But yeah, reason I mention it is because I was thinking probably going to end up electrocuting myself and never stick anything in the toaster again. But until that day, I think I'm, safe.
Christ, though.
But I have had bad habits bite me in the ass. Like last year, violin.
Yes.
Well, a couple months later, close to the end of last year, I broke my violin again. And you see, what happened was, I have this habit, the rest that I put on my violin for my shoulder, most violinists have them, it holds the violin. So what I would do is I would just put my violin hanging on the stand. So the actual violin would kind of be floating, held by the rest. And that's
Magic.
bad because it's on a very, flimsy stand. So one day, I'm at musical practice for the pit, and somebody just casually walks by while I'm not paying attention, hits a stand, and just falls to the ground and just bursts apart.
Ugh.
So I haven't put my violin on a stand since then.
Christ, I would hate that because they are just as expensive as guitars, aren't they?
It wasn't that bad to fix, actually. It was only about $90.
Yeah.
Not bad considering the neck got snapped.
Yeah. I suppose that's good, but jeez Christ. That poor violin, man.
It's been through a lot.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, yeah, TJ tried to molest his own violin.
No, you're distorting the facts.
Dude,
Luís.
you sat on it. It's
true.
Accident.
You built
It was an
near your
accident.
own violin.
You overpowered it.
With your butt cheeks.
You guys were distracting me. I don't remember what was going on. All I remember is we were all hanging out in Google Plus.
Oh, so now
And
we're to blame.
It's your guys' fault.
If I remember rightly, it wasn't my fault because I was laughing too hard. No, actually, I was one of them that wasn't laughing. I was sitting there just stunned because I was like, oh my god. But there was some laughter, unfortunately, for TJ. At least your violin's still alive.
It's still alive, despite my best efforts.
How on earth it's still alive, I have no idea.
Actually, I have there's something about my violin. It's really sturdy. I think it was 7th grade orchestra. It was a year or two after I got it. We were doing some what's it called? Veterans Day thing at our school, and our school made a big deal about it, especially because Veterans, whatever academy. And right after it was either right before or right after the performance, we were getting ready to pack up, and I accidentally just dropped my violin on concrete, like from about chest height, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's broken! What the fuck? What the fuck?" Except I was in 7th grade, and I was scared, so I didn't say "What the fuck? What the fuck?" And I picked it up, and it was still in tune. It hadn't even been chipped.
Man, your violin must look now like one of those battle-worn vehicles, It's like all scratched up and shit. Which probably makes it look badass, but that poor violin must have seen some stuff. Like her butt cheeks.
Yep.
Shut up.
Up close and personal.
But you were talking about like bad habits, and I was trying to think if I had any, and then I realized that I was doing one of my bad habits. When you stand on a chair, when you sit on your chair with only the rear legs of the chair. So is that how you say it? Rear legs?
Rear legs, whatever is holding it up.
Yeah, whatever. And, it's the sort of thing that moms usually say, like, you're going to fall over, asshole. And usually don't listen. I did that many times. But one time, I was sitting in my bedroom chair, and I did that, and I fell over. It was really stupid. Like, I slowly tried to grab hold of something, and I failed miserably. It was pathetic. Lucky thing is, I had my bed right behind me, so instead of just crashing back first or head first on the floor, I did this, really slow motion until I fell off. And I still have the scratch marks on my floor, to be honest.
Did you do like the arm flailing thing where you just spin your arms wildly?
Yeah, like, oh god, I'm trying to fly. But yeah, that didn't work.
Learning to fly.
Did you have that moment where you completely lose like all equilibrium and like you're fucked? I've had that moment before when tipping back on the chair, and I've never done it again because I actually banged my head and bit my tongue in the middle of a school, and no one would shut up about it because it was just in the middle of a classroom. I was sitting at the back, no one was looking, and then suddenly all you heard was, "Huh? bang. That little moment where I go, woo, is that moment I know I'm pretty much fucked. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, like that split second where you think, well, shit.
Yeah, time slows down and you're like, oh, fuck.
I suddenly regret this action.
Yeah.
What about you, Gaff? Have you, like, tried to sell drugs to people or something?
That's not a habit.
Yes, it is. It's a bad habit that can get you arrested. It's okay, you can tell us. The NSA isn't listening. Wink.
They are.
Yeah, I know.
I used to set things on fire.
What?
Oh.
Well,
And then-
no, I was a kid, and like if we had a candle burning in the house, I'd put like a tissue over it and like light the end, and then just sort of stare at it, and then I'd throw it in the sink and put water on it. But one time, I took a napkin, and there was a candle on our kitchen table, and I took a napkin, lit it, and then it burned a lot quicker than I thought it would, and then it burnt my fingers. I dropped it on the floor. The floor started to burn a bit, and then I started screaming. I started to freak out, and then my mom came in, pushed me back, and then she beat it with the book she was reading. And then and there was a mark on the floor until we finally got rid of the floor, but it was there forever.
Holy shit, you're a pyromaniac. Okay, well.
Wow, don't let Gaff near any lighter fluid, gasoline, or matches.
Or anything that can create a spark.
Oh, and whenever I was at my grandma's house, she would keep a box of matches in her bathroom, and I'd always light one.
Fire.
I can only imagine, like, after you almost set fire to your house, like your parents said, Gaff, okay, stop playing with fire. And then just go to your grandma's house, lock yourself in the bedroom, light a match. Yes! Precious fire!
My precious.
What about you, Tyler? You used to set things on fire?
No.
While you fall off chairs?
I can't think of any, like, habits that stick out, but, not like,
Go on.
Jesus Christ. I mean, that catch my attention, but, are there any things that you do that you, this is a better way of putting it. Are there any things that you just naturally do that you sure aren't normal? Because I've got an example of that. It's not really a habit, it's just something I do.
Oh god, let's hear it.
It's not as bad as you think it is, really.
Oh, I have a really, really good imagination.
It better not be stalking and murdering prostitutes, Tyler, or else we will be very disappointed in you.
You mean that's not normal? No, I'm joking. Oh god.
Unless you're playing GTA, but...
But to be honest, all it is I can't remember the last time I've actually slept with my pillow in like a regular place. Like, my pillow would never be just like underneath my head. It would be by the side of me, and it doesn't matter how I fall asleep, I'll wake up and it's by the side of me. And it's adorable in a way, because sometimes I could be like clinging onto it or whatever, but I will never know why or how it got to that position in the first place.
Tyler, you're not alone.
Yeah. I'm not alone. Yeah, it's not not bizarre.
I usually end up... I'll start with my head on my pillow, and then once I get comfortable, I'll just push the pillow to the side and just sleep on the mattress.
Exactly.
Wow, you guys...
Oh,
You guys are-
well, TJ, you at least don't have an unhealthy relationship with your pillow.
You guys are jackasses. You just use your pillows and then you throw them aside. Like objects. Ugh.
They're more comfortable for the rest of your body, though.
No, it's comfy for your head, too.
You can rest your body against it. That's more comfy.
Tyler, you're wrong. If Gaff said you're wrong, you're wrong.
I just realized I was like kicking my foot on the ground, and I almost turned off my power supply to my computer.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Speaking of bad habits.
Yeah, there's another one. But besides actual habits, I have no idea.
Trying to think of something. But I don't have any sort of weird relationships with my pillow. Like, I lay down it with my head and it stays under my head. That's it. You sick
Same
bastards.
here, Luis.
Sorry.
Hey, Gaff.
I said same here.
Oh, high five, Gaff.
Hi, boy.
Do you have any unhealthy relationships with shower curtains, Gaff?
Absolutely not. I stay away from them. I had an ordeal earlier today. Everyone was lined up for the shower that I like, and it was nearing 2 o'clock, and I said, oh my god, I just might have to go in the other shower that has a shower curtain. Usually my tactic is hug the wall as best as I can.
So, how do you move the shower curtains, Gaff, when you need to get in the shower?
With my hands.
What?
What?
Do you try
What?
to turn down the shower curtains later? You know, because
No.
I like
Take-
fire, apparently.
Take the shower curtains out back, make them dig their own grave and shoot them.
Yeah. And then just burn the shower curtain body. Kids, don't murder your shower curtains.
Nah, don't do that.
Although, yeah, I gotta say, like, it's not that I have a big problem with them, but it is a kind of a creepy thing. Like, I'm used to those glass panes, you know, on bedrooms. Bedrooms, no. Bathrooms. Shit. Guys.
Yeah. Did you think he disconnected?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was afraid of that, to be honest.
Honestly, I just had a little bit of the mid-sentence cutoff, too.
See?
Oh, crap.
It's not just me.
Well, it was just that one time. That's kind of weird.
Oh, well.
I think I'm just going to put this out so the audience knows. For some reason, we're all having technical difficulties where some sentences are getting messed up, and we can't prevent this, and some audio is missing. So if some sentences sound weird, I tried my best. I can't make it sound much better than that. I can't make words appear from nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tyler.
Sometimes the synth...
Oh.
May
Is it
I?
happening now?
Go forth and speak, young sloth.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes the sentences get messed up. Like, we're talking about Candy Mountain, and then, like, something happens and we start talking about sacrificing goats and shit. So, don't mind if that happens, okay?
I'm pretty sure those lapses in topics only happen when Luis is talking. Because the rest of
Dude,
us
come
don't
on.
normally talk
I mean-
about goat sacrifices.
At least
Our voices are not changing.
My voice could
Right.
change. You clearly haven't heard the end of last podcast yet, Lewis, when my voice changed.
Oh, yeah, I haven't had the time yet.
That's going to be a surprise for you because it came out really loud, but you didn't hear it.
Huh.
Alright.
Well, speaking of being really loud, best segue ever. You know those portraits, like, picture frames people usually have on their desks?
Mm.
So, I have one I got, like, a few years back, and since I have no picture to put on it, like,
That was just a, like, mid-sentence disconnection thingy again.
where should I begin again?
What's going on? Is it us? Is it TeamSpeak?
No. It's TeamSpeak.
Fuck.
It's been having this issue all week.
Wow.
Am I still quiet?
no, you're much better.
Yeah, you sound better.
Okay, cool. I switched headsets.
Yay.
Yeah.
Now your voice can cut out like the rest of ours.
I had a feeling because I had another pair of headphones, and I guess it has a little microphone like right on it. So I thought, maybe if I switch that. So, yay!
This is going to be the most confusing podcast ever.
Wow.
Sentences
Wow,
cut
What
off.
happened to me?
It's happening
cut off.
to me.
It happened to me. It happened to you guys.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't.
This.
Wait, how-
Well,
you didn't hear
anyway.
that?
No.
Anyway, let's.
Well, of course I didn't hear it because I was saying it.
No, I mean, Lewis.
Okay, so If it happens again, let me know, and I'll like go back a sentence or two. And Tyler, you're gonna have a really shitty time editing this.
You?
Oh.
Me? I'll have a shitty time editing.
Yeah, that's what I said. You
He
were
said
going to.
you.
Oh, I didn't hear it because it fucking cut off. This is what Tyler actually heard on his end.
If it happens again, let me know, and I'll go back a sentence or two. And I have a really shitty time editing this. Oh god.
That's ridiculous.
Gaff, please remind me to punch him. I mean,
Glad
But I didn't hear it.
Muffin.
I didn't hear you
No,
say it.
that's,
Never
you
mind.
can't keep using that as an excuse.
It literally. Never mind.
I'm sure that's what
The
Richard
audio.
Nixon said.
Like I make a bad joke, like, oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. That's why I didn't laugh. You fucking twat. Okay, so, I don't even know where to start. Okay, back again. You guys know the picture frames like people have on their desks?
Yes.
Pictures, usually of their dogs or their wives, girlfriends, kids, whatever. Well, here's the thing. I have one in my bedroom that I got a few years back as a gift. And I don't have any pictures to put on it. I don't know why. Like, maybe I could pick something from a family album or whatever. But I don't know why. I just didn't put anything. Maybe I'll put something like
Find
someday. But whatever.
find some. Try to think of something that will freak people out. Like,
Well-
take a really personal picture with a stranger on the street. You know, just ask them, "Hey, you want to take this picture with me?" And then when people come in and they're like, "Oh, you're a cute couple. Who is that?" And you can say, "I don't know."
I don't know. I might do that.
Why?
But yeah, you know, maybe for like if I find a good reason to put another picture, because right now what I have is about the same time I got this picture frame, like maybe a few months back. I got something from Star Wars, like an action figure or whatever, and it came with this catalog, like small catalog with a picture of R2D2 in front of it, and it fits perfectly the picture frame. So I have a picture frame with R2D2 on it. Like I just inserted the catalog in it. Gotta say, it looks
That's hot.
good, but yeah, that's like people usually put all sorts of, well, you know, family stuff. I have R2D2. It's good fapping material. I mean, it looks good.
Put a picture of Princess Leia in her slave outfit.
Oh yeah.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea, actually.
Speaking of family pictures and fapping.
Oh God, Tyler!
No, this is a
disgusting
sad thing.
motherfucker.
and It's a shame I'm not going to be able to send this. I might have to take a picture and let you link dump it or something. But I've got a picture that I can see on my like notice board here, and it's me, my two of my brothers, and my dad getting ready to go to a football match at Reading's home stadium, and one of my brothers are dressed up as Santa Claus. And he put like his Christmas hat next to my brother's thighs, let's just say, and he's pretending to suck the top of it, like just as someone went to take a picture. So he photobombed it in the most awkward way, dressed up as Santa Claus.
So what are you telling us,
I need to
Tyler,
try
that
and
you
take
took
a
that
picture.
picture?
Yeah, I think that's where we're getting. At.
No,
I'm joking.
Didn't need to know that.
We're getting at that, and Tyler is getting
Man.
at that.
You Brits jack out to some weird things.
Yeah, I'm sure that's like incest or something. Fapcest.
We
No.
we have a state specifically for that over here, Tyler. It's called Alabama.
Whoa!
Shout out to Alabama.
Shout out to Alabama. We love you guys. Please don't be offended. But if you want to punch TJ,
He
You
doesn't
want
live
to
too
punch
far from
teacher?
you.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like a if you come from the top of Florida to where I live, it's like a 7-hour drive. Have fun with that.
Oh yeah, it's a shitty
TJ.
drive.
if I had like enough money, I would get on a plane just to punch you.
Aw.
So I don't know if that's
You don't know where I live?
a lot or I
You
don't know.
won't.
Well, TJ, please The internet. And Gaff, she probably knows.
That would be creepy.
I always lose perspective of how big America is, because...
Well, it is a fucking continent.
Okay, I mean United States of America.
Good.
Happy now?
There you go.
America.
I've heard, like, some American friends, including Gaff, go on holidays or something, and on the map they'll be saying something like, "Oh, I'm going on a holiday here," and it's a state right next to their state, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, how long will that take?" "Oh, about 9.5 hours." I'm sitting there like, what? Really? It's like, really? Yeah, I totally lose perspective of how big it is.
Yeah, every couple of years, my family will drive up to Rhode Island, and that's
like from the center to the edge.
That's a 28-hour
Wow.
drive.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Fuck.
My trip to Myrtle Beach is usually 12 hours, maybe 11 and a half if we're making good
wow.
time. But I mean, there are also some places that you have no choice but to take back roads, and that just takes longer than a highway.
Oh yeah.
And Tyler, actually smaller than the United States or even Brazil. Like, I think England can fit inside Brazil about a bazillion times or something.
Or England can fit into Texas. Like, if we had the whole of Britain stacked up, it will fit into Texas really easily. Over and over
Bow
and
chicka
over.
bow
apparently.
wow.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I don't even mean it to come out
Is that
that
how
way.
you guys justify, like, colonizing lands? Like, hey, we can fit into your land, if you know what I mean. Wink.
We have no room in our land, so we're just gonna take your land.
Look at all this new land just waiting to be plowed.
I just thought of a topic that I
Bow wow.
don't think we've brought up. We
What?
haven't discussed that Scotland
Sex?
Scotland tried getting independence from us.
I was actually going to bring that up.
More.
Isn't that a touchy subject around there? I'm not sure if I
No,
want to
really.
get into that.
No. It's just proving more and more that the British Empire is fucking gone. You know, that Scotland doesn't want to be a part of it anymore either.
I was actually going to bring up. I'm in the Model UN at my school, and we had our first kind of mock training conference. And the idea behind it was we basically were the Scottish government establishing, like, if they'd voted yes to secede or whatever,
Yeah.
become independent, we were the Scottish government trying to set up that government. And because it's the Model United Nations, we're all a bunch of college kids. Naturally, the people that were playing the side of it was like we had the government people. We had the First Minister of Scotland. I was the Secretary of Education and Lifelong Learning. And then we had one person who was like the Finance Secretary, and then a girl who was the Secretary for Child Wellbeing and Women's Rights. And then for the opposition, they had two people. And those two people made our lives a living hell. They were the British Prime Minister and
He'll do that.
the Scottish Minister for whatever, or like the liaison between England and Scotland or whatever. He was like the head of the opposition. And basically, we were over there trying to set up our government, while the whole time they were like, "Oh, Scotland isn't ready." So we made an appeal to join the United Nations. So naturally, England being an asshole, those guys being England being an asshole. I'm not calling the English assholes.
Role
The
playing.
fake England, he means.
Yes. So they sent in. They basically vetoed us, so we couldn't join the United Nations as an independent nation. So they didn't recognize us. And then, meanwhile, you have the ability to like send in these notes up to the center, and there are these people that will decide whether the actions you're trying to take can be done. And basically what England was doing was, the first thing they did when we declared our independence was they used MI6 to steal all the nuclear submarines. And then second, they sent in civilians dressed, or they sent in like, I don't know, Secret Service agents or whatever dressed as civilians to incite riots in Scotland.
Jeez.
I'm just going
That
to
sounds
point
like
out...
an Assassin's Creed kind of thing, you know?
I'm just gonna point something out. English government, if they were to try to do something like that, they would probably get round to it after months of paperwork and pissing about, and by then they probably won't even do it because the vote's already happened.
So students are
It
being
won't
more
be that
effective
quick.
than the government itself. Oh,
Yeah.
no shit, Sherlock. But you know what, TJ? You said that they could send notes. Well, apparently, the fake England sent nopes.
Yeah. So
Yes,
And-
awkward silence.
It means there was a disconnection of audio. I mean,
Yeah,
nothing
the
like that's
audio
happening.
cut off.
Anyway,
Yeah, it was a great pun. Everyone laughed.
there was still more stuff England did. Deciding that our government wasn't stabilized because of the riots that they incited, they shut the borders between England and Scotland and set up like an armed, Korea-style border.
Holy shit!
That's a smart move. That wouldn't happen over here.
Wait, was that for a class?
It's not a class; it's a club, Model United Nations.
Oh, okay. Because if it was a class, it would have been entertaining as fuck. But go on.
No, I was kind of pissed because we were taking it seriously. We were trying to build a new Scotland. Our finance minister defected to the English.
What a piece of shit.
Which is funny because in the United Nations we're supposed to research the people that we're portraying and vote the way that they would vote. And the guy that defected, the guy that he was portraying, was the head of the Scotland National Party. So he was the head of the party that was pro-Scottish independence, and he defected to England.
Wow, that's not a good sign.
So at that point, we were pretty much screwed. And then the crisis people, the guys that you send the notes to, they decided that the Loch Ness Monster was going to attack.
What?
Wow.
The what?
Yep.
What is this, Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, the Loch Ness Monster?
Yep, and it went on a
And
rampage.
guess who was riding the Loch Ness Monster?
Joan of Arc.
Yeah. Why didn't he return and say, and then dragons attacked England, destroyed half of Newcastle, and we split from the rest of the
We ran out
But
of
you
time
guys
before
had
it got
the
to that
lightning
point.
shield.
You activated my trap card.
Oh, but I never got to do it, but you guys should hear my plan. As the Secretary for Education, my plan was to take the Scotland universities and after hours use their labs to start making meth and sell it to make a profit for Scotland.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
And then I was going to use the meth and I was going to start shipping it to England, finding ways to get their population hooked on meth.
Hey, that sounds like the Opium Wars. Remember that?
Oh, my
Wow,
God.
man.
That sounds...
But you know why I
Historical,
didn't
actually.
You know why I didn't go through with it? Because me being the noob, I asked the finance minister, who hadn't defected yet, if I should do it, and he's like, "No, that's a bad idea." And then he defects.
Oh.
Because
And
this
then the
gun was too
Loch Ness-
small.
Yeah, the Loch Ness Monster was a... But
And-
whenever we think of cool shit like meth and that, then no, you can't do any of that.
You could have
And-
gotten the Loch Ness Monster hooked on meth.
Yeah, that's what my brother said I should have done. He said I should have gotten the Loch Ness Monster hooked on meth, and then just left meth all over the border, and just have the Loch Ness Monster, rampage through the English troops.
Best story ever.
From there, he'll meet up
Crazy.
with Bigfoot.
Oh, but
I'm
that's
just-
for the sequel, Gaff.
Yeah. I'm stunned that, that sounds much cooler and a much more active way of what actually happened over here. Because with the whole England-Scotland independence thing, with me, when it was going on, I really didn't care less because I've got family up in Scotland and I live in England. As long as I can't, as long as they don't turn around and say, no one from England can ever go back to Scotland, that would be a bit over the
If they
top.
don't shut the borders.
Yeah, if they don't rebuild the Hadrian's Wall and all that. But to be honest, I was actually on Scotland's side near the end because the BBC over here tried something really, really bad and just censored honest truth from I don't know the way to put it, the best way to word it, but the journalism of it was just horrible. Basically, the story was a reporter goes to this press conference, and the guy that's trying to get Scottish independence is taking questions, of course. A guy asks a question saying, is this benefiting the people or the politicians more? And the guy gives him like a 5-minute answer. But in the press report that the BBC release, it shows him asking the question, and then the narrator says over the top that he never answered the question and got angry at the reporters, which never fucking happened. He was being a twat. Like, he was like heckling the dude. He spent ages answering this guy's question.
To be honest,
Nuts.
During the whole time, I had no idea which way to feel because I didn't know all the facts. Like I don't know exactly why Scotland wanted to leave. I don't know why England wanted them to stay. You know.
Oh, I think the England wanted to stay was because we got to stand together as Britain.
All right. Well, on that note, you guys want to jump to questions?
Yeah, I guess we could. So,
Questions!
well,
that was
way more
different tone.
intense. Yeah.
The last bit at the end wasn't as deep, it was just loud.
Questions.
Questions.
Question.
I thought I might switch it up a little bit. That was not an accident. Bullshit. Okay, so this one was sent by Sunny88P, and he asks, have you ever thought about something very long and hard?
I have.
Shit.
No, I only think about things short and soft.
Christ,
Does the subject has to be long and hard, or can I be, so I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Okay.
Just say it in Portuguese. It'll
Thinking
make
with
sense.
a boner, that's what I mean. So, yeah.
I think that's what he was going for.
Yeah.
You can interpret my answer however way you wish, but I know how I answered it. And the reasons why I answered it. Like,
TJ, wow, TJ.
but TJ's
please.
one is a bit concerning.
Have you ever heard of Viagra? Jesus.
No, I'm a 70-year-old man. You just don't know it.
Well, what about you, Gaff?
Yes, I'll let your imaginations take it from there.
That's a very, very dangerous thing to say,
Yeah.
Especially around people with sex imaginations.
Yeah, but that's just you, Luís.
Yeah. I imagine that your imagination has a lot of goats in it.
There's a lot of what?
Goats.
Goats.
Meh.
Meh.
Bah. That was sheep.
Well then, okay. This one was sent by Dr. Sparks, and she asks, hold on.
Okay, I'll hold on.
Thank you. No, it's just, I kind of lost the question here. So, she asks, what would your dream job be?
Well, I'm gonna be kind of stereotypical, but probably something to do with Rooster Teeth.
I was gonna say the same thing, yeah. I know, it's a boring answer.
Well, now you have to pick something else.
I don't care.
You can't have your dream job. You can't have your dream job. Someone else got it.
Pick another dream.
Dude, there's like a bunch of things I'd gladly do. Like working with clinic and psychology, that's a thing I really like. What else? Being a Jedi, that would be fucking awesome.
It's not a job.
Shut up, it is!
That's a religion.
Something with RT will be cool. And or whatever I could do that I would get paid to travel the world. That would be awesome to like photograph or something.
So, like a photographer?
Yeah, I messed up the word, didn't I? Just realized that later. But yeah, something like that.
Because I'm...
Although I'm not like anywhere near being really, really, really good at taking pictures. It's just that I really wanted to travel the world.
No one's good, really, 100% good at taking pictures unless you are like the best and have to afford the equipment behind it, which you need a job first beforehand.
You know, maybe my job as a Jedi would worth the cost.
But my dream job will probably be something to do with music because that's what I'm aspiring to do. Probably actually songwriting. So like, if I could just pump out loads of tracks that other people can make number ones, and I can make money so I don't have to go all over the place. Music gets to people just through other people's voices. I'll be happy with that.
So you want to like?
And don't
write
forget,
for
you can fuck
fans?
money and get bitches, or something like that. People say the
TJ,
order
what was
is
that?
wrong, but oh, sorry.
What?
TJ.
I couldn't hear you when Luís
Because
said
I was
that.
talking out of my ass.
I don't know what I said.
Oh, no!
You never do.
All right, go Gaff.
I would really like to be an animator for Rooster Teeth. That would be nice. Or a voice actor. Or
That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
yeah, that would be fun. Everybody wants to be that.
I wouldn't
though.
mind being a janitor for Rooster Teeth.
Yeah. Or just be a very good vet tech.
You're already doing that, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I gotta go to school.
Oh, so you're a bad vet tech right now?
Amateur. I work with vet techs. I'm not a vet tech yet.
You, Gaff, you're not an amateur. You're a semi-professional. That's,
Oh,
you can put that on a card. You can put like amateur vet tech. People probably arrest you. But semi-professional, that's another thing.
Gaff, I know how you can kill two birds with one stone. Which I realize
Oh my God.
is an ironic expression considering you want to be a vet tech.
Oh, I thought you were
Right,
going for a
go
joke.
You can be Gus's personal vet tech for his dogs.
Oh, that would be cool.
Winning.
Do you think the Queen has a personal vet for all her corgis?
Probably.
Oh, okay. I thought you were suggesting
Probably.
something else.
I'm just going to point out something that may be seen as very, very, very ironic as well, because you brought that up about killing two birds with one stone, about her job, and that got taken out of a weird context. Recently, I started my third year at uni, and they've told us that they've got a new location where our common room is, and you would never guess where it is.
Oh, let me
Bunch of
guess, let me guess.
musicians, Right?
Let me guess. It's behind the fat lady's portrait.
No.
I'm
It is the
sorry.
most ironic place I've ever heard, and it only hit me when I got back from there, like, why they did it. Any more guess?
Phoenix Dictix McGee?
Nope. The common
Okay.
room and several classrooms for a bunch of musicians are now located across the street from our regular location in the middle of a deaf centre. A centre specifically designed for people with hearing difficulties. And there's a
Oh.
bunch of musicians there now. I was like, huh.
They're giving you a signal.
Well,
When I left, I was like, isn't this wrong? Like,
Tyler, because sometimes you don't pronounce the TH sound, for a moment there, I was wondering if you meant like deaf people, or death, like dead people. Like, were you going to
No.
play in a graveyard? But now I understand.
hearing difficulties. and
Except,
stuff like that.
I
was
think
just
he
like, whoa.
elaborated the hearing impairment.
Oh yeah, he did. I just wanted to mock the TH thing. 45. that was Gaff's idea, by the way. The 45 thing.
Yeah, because I can't say my THs and Fs properly. You guys are bullies.
Boys, shut up.
Yeah, we're
Oh, no.
we're going to shove your head down the toilet. I mean,
Oh, no,
Give you a
I just
swirly.
realised something.
Now give
When
us
we
your
move
lunch
on to
money.
the next part. Sorry, when we move on to the next part, the answers from the audience. I think
Yeah.
you guys are probably going to take the piss out of me about.
oh yeah, Tyler and his reading skills with his
It's not that.
No?
It's
What
not
is it?
that. Okay, should we move on to the answers from the audience?
It's just
Or do you
that
have other
we
questions?
take the piss out of ourselves so much,
Okay.
starting to lose track of what.
I usually do it in the bathroom in front of the toilet.
Oh yeah, but sometimes you guys Snapchat each other, and since I don't have a smartphone, I don't get those. Thankfully, like, hey, look, this is an interesting stream of piss.
I don't think I'm gonna add you if you do get a smartphone. I don't know what you think we do with Snapchat, but that's not it.
Is that not how it works? Damn. Okay.
No.
So, questions for the audience. The answers actually. So, take it away, Tyler.
Right. You guys are going to take the piss out of me. This answer comes from podcast 33.
33.
Fuck you guys. Just because I can't say it.
Wait. Which podcast? I'm sorry. The other cut off.
Yeah.
33.
33.
I'm trying really hard to say it. What is
You're
wrong?
not trying hard enough.
Why is it different? How would you say it?
33.
Okay.
I like how Gaff said that.
Use your tongue,
I
not
just-
your lips.
Vouch.
That's
I don't understand it or hear the difference. God damn it. Anyway.
There's a big
you-
difference.
Anyway, because Gaff said what podcast number is, everyone can find out what number it is. What?
Say it one
Nah,
more
I'm
time,
kind of
Tyler.
lost.
From podcast 33.
You're halfway there.
Close enough.
33. I need speech therapy on just how to say the number 3. Anyway.
Therapy. I'm sorry. I'll stop. Okay. Go on.
THs. Anyway, this has given me a vote of confidence for reading out the answer. Anyway, favorite animes and why? And this answer came from. Sorry, that was the question, obviously, and that answer came from Sunny88p. And his answer, in typical fashion, is kind of long. He says that he likes animes that has smart and strong-willed characters, which he can identify with. There are several anime that I have watched with such a character.
And now the names I have no fucking idea how to pronounce, which is why
Right.
Tyler is reading this.
This one's going to be a real shot in the dark, okay? So if I mispronounce this...
We should
hold it
probably
against
take
me.
turns trying to read the name, but anyway, go on.
I'll
I
try.
Well, I can read the first one if Tyler reads the second one.
The second one I
Nah,
have
come on.
no problem
Nah.
with. You can do the
Well,
first one.
I feel like you do have a problem with the second one.
Shut the fuck up. They'll see why later, but you can do the first
Oh,
one.
yeah, now I realized. Okay, go on, guys.
Go on, TJ.
Oh yeah,
You-
okay.
You read the first one.
I mean, I'm gonna fuck this up too, but Mondaiji-tachi ga Isekai kara Kuru Sou Desu yo? Question mark?
I think you missed the word.
No.
Well, apparently someone in there is a smart and strong character, and he likes the way that he pushed Yin to be a better leader for his people. It does have some pervy moments in it which I dislike in anime. Good on you. Right.
Okay, can you guys do the
Squids.
next one? You know how to do that one?
Death Note.
Okay, good.
Sorry, Tyler,
I don't
what?
hear the difference. I really can't hear the difference.
No,
Anyway,
which one is it? I closed the tab.
I'm not rereading that.
Fuck!
The clash
Okay.
between. Why would closing the tabs make me? You must have heard me. Anyway, he really likes the Great Minds of Light and L. However, he didn't like the ending. He has seen alternate endings that he thought was better. Art Online, I like to read out sometimes. Sword Art Online. I think I know what.
Really a real
It's
problem.
Kirito.
You know that?
Kirito.
Kirito.
I think I know what problem he had with this. I kind of had it as well. First part of it, fantastic. But then it just kind of went really downhill.
That's kind of the problem
Really
everyone
quick.
had.
But, like, I'd say the first 50 episodes, perfect. And then went poop. But anyway, that's pretty much almost the same opinion as Sunny88p say. You can read his answer and supply your own answer in the thread that's going to be in the description. That's one way of getting out of reading now everyone's things word by word.
Do it, people.
And I know how to say this one. I've heard it said before. Fuck. Gen Yuribuchi has created this, so Aldnoah.Zero. And it's about one of the characters that's being really calm and collective while facing a war and has a great strategic mind. And previews that I've seen of that so far, how the fuck is anyone supposed to stay calm in that situation? It's a Gen Yuribuchi film. It's a film series. How the fuck can anyone remain calm? And his favourite thus far would have to be Geass, a Lelouch of the Rebellion.
Hell yeah.
And he liked it because of the strategic mind of Lelouch, the great ending, which is also controversial that none of us will spoil. Go watch it.
Does it end in a gold orgy?
Yes.
I doubt it.
So go watch it. Spoiler. That doesn't actually happen. There is no gold orgy.
Shit.
All right.
All right then. So, Gaff, you're our guest, so go with the question. Do
What?
it. Do it.
A question.
For the audience.
Thinking,
Lincoln?
Don't set any fires while you're thinking.
Have you ever set anything on fire?
Good question. So, everyone, thank you so much for listening. Gaff, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
And don't forget, guys, you can send us questions on our threads. You can answer the questions we ask you. Please don't set fire to stuff. And we'll see you in the next episode. Come on, Gaff.
Don't listen to Gaff.
Don't set fire. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
This podcast intro and outro music is provided to us by TDBTyler. You can find him on Rooster Teeth by searching for his name, TDBTyler, and looking for his group, Oh the Humanity, spelled OHMMANATEE. You can also find more of his work on YouTube by searching for his channels, The Dropped Banana, all one word, and Oh the Humanity.
It's like, TJ, keep it recording.
Instructions unclear.
Don't tell me what
Set
to
my
do.
dick on fire.
You're not my mother.
Shit.
Can we
You're not my real
read that
dad.
anime?
What anime?
What?
That
Oh, the first one?
Mondaiji-tachi ga Isekai kara
No, it did
Kuru
close it up.
desu.
Mondaiji-tachi ga Isekai karakura so desu yo.
Wow. Start with the dark magic, man.
I would laugh if it translates to dark magic somehow.
So, Mondaiji-tachi ga Isekai karakuru so desu yo. I mean, desu
Yeah.
yo.
Whoa!
That sounded pretty authentic.
I have no fucking clue what that means.
Does Gaff want to give it a go?
Mondaiji-tachi ga isekai kara kuru so desu yo.
Okay.
Oh,
Pretty good.
I just looked it up. It stands for problem children are coming from another world, aren't they?
Oh.
Oh.
Also,
I don't even understand what that means, and that's in English.
One that seems to be very complicated. Death Note.
It's good anime.
TH.
You're saying it wrong, Luis. It's Death Note.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's an anime about deaf people. Okay.
One of these days, I'm going to have to sit down with you guys, and you guys have to explain the difference between F and TH to me.
You
It's only
actually
been
sound
There's a big
bad.
difference.
Well, first of all, it's TH, not TH.
No, there's a H in H, so it's H.
There seems to be a hate in your H, Tyler.
The letter is in the actual way it's pronounced.
How do you say the word the?
The.
The. There you go.
The.
Yeah. But I don't go the. No, it's do I?
No. The.
How do you, Tyler, say thought?
Fought.
Oh.
Now say fought.
We're talking about thinking,
All right, hold
not
on.
about fighting.
Tyler, say thought and then say fought.
You guys are being.
No,
Okay.
we're not. We're helping. We're friends. We're all friends here.
This is
We're all
actually
friends
taking a
here, we
lot of
just make
brain
fun of you.
power, because I've got like my tongue purposely in a different place to try and make a different sound. Fought. and fought. It
Say
didn't work,
thug.
did it? Huh?
Thought.
Thung.
Funk or fought?
Thung.
Thong.
Fung.
Bong.
Well, excuse me, at least I know how to say TH.
Don't
Yeah,
you
I
mean
can't
TH?
Can't really say anything considering English isn't first language and you're already pronouncing the words better than me.
Tyler, we're just joking. Sorry about that.
It's fine.
All
I
right.
need speech therapy on something like that.
I'm gonna stop.
Or just general
That's fine.
therapy after this.